Hello, everybody. Welcome to a nice little challenge that I've posted. Basically, I found this uh, workshop front pager, the Turtlelord, which, uh, yeah, it beat my roughly equivalent battleship, super battleship, however you want to call it, well enough that I was like, well, you know what? This would make a fun challenge for people to try and beat at an equivalent cost. So I decided to do that. I posted a challenge to beat the Turtlelord on the Arena Discord, and a few people have risen to the challenge and built an equivalent or less costed ship to take it on. It's pretty loose as far as rules go. There are no repair bots allowed. Only one vehicle, so not multiple. No sub vehicles or separators or anything. And starting 2,500 meters apart. Oh yeah, no spin clipping either. And then basically unlimited resources, as much as custom battle allows, which is 1,000,000. And beyond that, if you can do it in the game, go for it. See how the veterans of From the Depths will take on a fair craft, but it lives up to its name of being a turtle. I'll put it that way. Anyway, so the first challenger here we've got is, I've got it on the wrong side, but it's the Turtle Hunter by Vicnot. So, right. Alright, let's get it started. And yes, the cram volley missed. That's one potential hazard for the Turtlelord. It's not super accurate being crams, but I've got a ton of large missiles coming in, which is probably the way to go to beat it. The strength 6 shields on the front do nothing to stop the missiles. And that's a ton of damage just from one volley. So it's a little interesting that the cram volley. Well, okay, so super battleship meta shifted away from missiles because LAMs, CIWS, missile interceptors especially deal with missiles well, and missile swarms simply couldn't really get through the active defenses. The turtle here doesn't really have active defenses. All it has are it's got smoke, it's got chafe, and it's got the strength 6 shields at the front, and a ton of armor. But the missiles kind of plays rock to those scissors there. I managed to land some hits. It has. But the speed of the Turtle Hunter makes it very hard for the Turtlelord to land shots. When it does, they hurt, but yeah. This is probably how you'd go about trying to beat this thing. And relatively fairly, you just sort of run away and fight it long distance. go for missiles. And I commented on the build page for the workshop that missiles would probably be how you do it. But Turtle Hunter has taken a big beating itself, so we'll see. I mean, it's surprisingly even at this point. Of course, another volley of large missiles turning it back around to the... Well, it's dead even. Dead even right now. And it's that cram volley there on the top that's doing it good right now. Well, yeah, equal pace. Now, if some of these shells from the Turtlelord had landed on the missiles, oh, like that right there, then it might be a different story. It might not be able to win. We shall see. It's only gonna get one chance, and then I'll move to the next submission in the list. If it does not win. If it does, well, the winnings go to the Turtle Hunter, but I'll still continue to check out the other submissions just to see what else is possible. And the Turtlelord, even at this distance, doing a good job holding its own. The power of 3D cram shows itself. And just to check, hang on just a sec. Yep, showing it, yeah, automatic detection accuracy 0.1. So I also wanted to double check that myself. I've been doing some Battleship Brawl Season 7 testing, and that has it set at 1, so I'm just making, double sure that I've got the settings right. But yes, the Turtle Hunter seems to be faring worse for wear right now, and that is partially, potentially, a difference in PCs. Mine can handle this fairly well, so the crams are coming in probably a bit faster. It seems like there's a difference in performance, like literally in-game performance, between various PC capabilities. Because there's no lag on this. Well, no real, per se, lag. And, I'll admit, it's done quite well. 77.5% on the Turtlelord is pretty good when my own equivalent costed chip only managed to get the Turtlelord down to about 88%. But it wasn't trying to run away, so... And it seems like the missiles have stopped firing, so I'm pretty sure that the Turtlelord has won this one. Yeah, and you know, that would, how to make this statement? So the danger level of the Turtlelord would, to me, from my PC and the performance here, be more of a threat than it would to someone that has a slower PC, that where the lag affects the performance of the battle. Because, you know, this, hey, it might win with different performance settings. Like if the graphics card wasn't able to handle it as well, and a bunch of the crams ended up missing by this point, well, that that would affect an individual's perception of the capabilities of a craft. So that the very same craft might be considered, you know, high tier or mid tier by someone, depending on not just personal perspective, but like the literal performance of how it performs on their PC. But yeah, the Turtlelord is probably going to take this one, so it won't be long now. 1.5% left. One more good hit should do it. And the Turtlelord has been quite heavily damaged, though. I'll give props to that. But yeah, there it goes. Let's take another good look at the Turtlelord. See how the damage has stacked up, and it's the cram here on top that's been left largely undamaged. That and the mortars there in the back. Everything down here was just demolished. But yeah, this thing has 4 layers of staggered ERA in the front, followed by a back of heavy armor half beams, and then like heavy armor turret armor, and then the juicy gram bits. But it's very heavily armored and rather difficult to take out in a fair fight. So Turtle Hunter failed. Let's go to the next submission. Teams, team 2. Okay, it was... Well, I got 2 submissions from the same individual, and I have a feeling that it depends on whether it was meant to be in Stable Branch or in Alpha. I'm in Alpha, so I think that this is probably meant for if it was being battled in Stable. So I'm just going to move to the second one and hope I'm right on this, because it was 2 entries at the same time. So wait for the... Oop! Took a screenshot by accident. That's what happens when the F keys are right next to each other. Oh, on the wrong side again. And... well... I don't know if I'm going to count this as a surface vessel. I mean, it's leaving the water sometimes. Yeah, it's technically on the surface, but not all the time. Like right there, it jumped out of the water. I'm not going to count that. So I'm going to move to the next submission. Sorry about that. No, what I will do, I will try the stable version just to see if it's different. I'll give it a fair chance. And again, this might be a performance issue. Like, it may literally stay in the water of the individual who submitted the entry. So it is worth noting that. What in the world? Uh-oh. Yeah, that didn't work. I have a feeling that's meant to be on stable branch and can't hold up an alpha. So, alright. I do have one more submission. Let me check, though. I need to, okay, hang on. Okay. Set up. What was it? Yeah, here we are. The Invincirauder by AL. And I'm definitely curious on this one. Intriguing. Seems to be some black magic voodoo going on. I will inspect it further. Because, yeah, this is definitely an exploit. And I want to figure out how the exploit is working. Because there are some things that I wouldn't accept, a lot that I would. But like, it certainly is up to being invincible. So, before I accept this as a definitive win, I'll check over the entry in further detail. It certainly potentially might. Because I didn't, I didn't say that, the exploits were, well, most exploits were banned or anything. If it's possible to do in the game, go for it. But I also didn't, I didn't want a craft fighting from space or, you know, like under the bottom of the ocean or something like that, you know. I wanted it to be a legit surface craft. And also, like, you know, you don't hack the game files or anything. I would, yeah, I would not, like... I would not count something as that even as a fair exploit, because it's not possible in-game, you know? I mean, clearly, Invincible beats Turtle. And considering this isn't being affected by damage, including EMP, I want to find out how the exploit is working. It's also being very, very slow about it. Considering it's a Marauder. Even with the missiles, it's only doing chip damage with each of its volleys, but it will, you know, being invulnerable, slowly wear the turtle out. At a turtle's pace. Ha ha ha. Yeah, especially, well... considering the very, very slow use of materials. Considering that the material use stops once in a while, it wouldn't be burning the materials for some sort of ring shield AC buff. Which makes me question if this is something to do with the game file itself. We can confidently say that it beats the Turtlelord, but whether it does so in a manner that I would consider, you know, in-game, as far as something that the game itself allows rather than modifying the game files to allow it. I'm going to reserve the concept of whether it technically wins or doesn't, or whether it's being DQ'd. But this fight, it would take, like, time that we don't have. So, I will call it a maybe possible win for the Invincirauder. And I'm sorry, I don't have, I'm not going to finish out the fight to watch the turtles slowly, death by 1,000 cuts, get taken down. There is one more submission, technically, of a sort, that I've got to go into. And it's made by Arthur. If I can find it. Here we are. Oh, yeah, okay. This thing is probably going to... It may crash the game. But... I'll give it a chance. My PC has been updated since then, so... It's also been, to phrase it mildly, a while since this was built, so the changes to the game look to have broken a few things. Yeah. It's trying. Oh, right. It does have repair bots. He did mention to remove them. I just, like, okay. Well, it doesn't seem like it's going to win anyway. Right. I'm not going to DQ it for something that I forgot, but it doesn't look like it would win even with them removed, so... we'll count that as a my bad. Plus, it's really, really, really burning through materials. It's going to run out of materials really quickly. At this pace. Yeah. That's some powerful crammage. With the engines offline, it's just a sitting duck. Not even able to warp properly. Oof. I'm thinking if the Invincirauder is pulling some sort of Lewis scripting to do what it's doing, I'm not sure whether that would count as altering the game code or being fair in game. I don't know if that was the case. Like I say, I'm not sure how it's pulling off its exploit. I'll look into it. But it looks like this is going to be reserved on whether the Invicirauder gets the win or if the Turtlelord is still undefeated. But yeah, as far as this battle, unfortunately the battle bra seems to have been broken by recent game updates. It's not quite what it previously was, unfortunately. So even with the repair bots, it's which technically banned, but that's my fault, so I'm not counting against it. It was a submission that was already on my computer, so yeah. Alright, well, Turtlelord 3, 4, other entries 1 or 0. Well, thank you for joining me. I will soon post whether the Invincirauder has won or whether this challenge is still ongoing. So thank you for joining me, and as always, until next time, enjoy.